student. How are you? I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to discuss about new topic input in Java. As we have discussed earlier, in Java we have to give the value to user and how to assign the value by using assignment statement or by using function argument. Whenever we are doing a work in the computer, it works in the three process. There is input, process and output. Standard input for the computer is to give input with the help of keyboard or mouse, or take the input from keyboard or mouse. Then it will do the processing part, then it will display the output on the monitor screen. The block representation shown here, input, process and output of data processing is called IPO cycle. IPO stands for input, process and output. Whenever you want to write a program in computer language, the initial task to provide the values to the computer for processing. As we have done few programs earlier, in that you have given value to the earlier to perform the task. To the computer you have given the value to perform the task, then it will process that value, then display the output on the computer screen. That is called IPO cycle, or input, process, output. Now today we are going to discuss about comment statement. Non-executable statement are called comments. What is the meaning of non-executable statement? Sometimes it becomes difficult for a user to understand the logic applied in the program, especially when somebody has developed it. In such cases, program should mention the purpose and the action being taken in different steps. This can be made possible by applying comment statement in the program. If you are writing a program, if you don't want to execute few part of your program, for that we are using comment. For clarity also we are using comment. Basically comments are of three types: single comment, multi-line and the documentation comment. Just for example, first we will discuss single, then multi-line, then documentation comment. Single line comment is given in a program when a comment can be expressed in a single line. You can see here I have written a program in front of you, my first Java program. I don't want to run that line, for that I am using a comment. This is the sign of / sign of the single line comment. This may be separate line or in a continuation of a statement. A single line starts with a / followed by a message. First you have to put the /, then followed any message you have to write. That is called single line comment. For your clarity, what you have done in that line or done in that statement, for that we are using single line comment. We have written here my first program. For the clarity of the user, we are doing a program here, that's why we written that part in the single line comment. And here also again square of the number. What are doing here in that line, in that statement, for the clarity we have applied here single line comment. That part will not execute in the execution of the program time. That is called the non-executable statement or single line comment. Now if you want to if you don't want to execute multiple lines, or you are giving a programmer need to explain the logic of the program in detail, for your clarity, any programmer need to explain the logic of the program in detail. In such situation, single line comment in a program is a tedious process. To sort out the problem, a multi-line statement can be used. For that we are using multi-line comment. You see here, look at here, we are writing a program. Before that we are applying a multi-line program. A comment start with the forward slash asterisk sign and end with before the program. We are using multi-line comment to explain the program logic clearly. We have written in that my first Java program, it accepts a number, say 5, calculate and display the square of a number. With that explanation of logic, it is clear what we are doing in that program. We have put that part in the multi-line comment, that is the non-executable part. It means when we execute our program, that part will not execute or run. Now, next one is your comment is documentation comment. During the course of the program, the user may need to include some information about himself or hisself. This documentation are discussed about the program logic but might serve some information to be viewed by other users who may need to execute your program. It starts with a forward slash and double asterisk sign and set of comments, comment line, and end with the asterisk sign and forward slash. This is an example I will show you for the documentation comment. Here we have put, you can see here, documentation comment. Now we put the forward slash and double asterisk sign. Then we have written a logic of the documentation, what we want to write about the program. Then close with the asterisk sign and the slash again. This is a sign of documentation. If we want to apply a multiple line, we can use multi-line comment also, or we can use documentation comment also. Now we are going to discuss next topic is testing and debugging. What is the meaning of testing and debugging? Now look at here. Testing is basically a process of making sure that the program performs the intended task. It means it is a process to check which a program is valid or not. When we are writing a program, for that first we are performing the debugging. Debugging means removing the or to eliminate the error from your program. After removing the error, or you can say that after the process of debugging, we do the testing of our program. That part which we have created is validated or not, but that part is execute or not properly on the basis of logic. Again I will tell you, there are two process, different tasks we are doing, testing and debugging. You should not be confused between them. The difference basically between the testing and debugging is the process of locating or eliminating any program error. When we are removing an error from the program, that is called debugging. Or in simple or short, you can say that to remove the error from your program, that process is called debugging. And testing is a process to make sure that the program perform the intended task. Whatever we have done in the program, that will perform that task, that is called the testing. Now we will discuss testing and debugging. Testing and debugging both are the vital step in the developing computer program. Now I will clear you with the help of their difference. As I said, to remove the error from the program, that is called the debugging. And debugging is finished when there is no error in the program and ready for the execution. That is called the debugging. And when we will go to the testing part, the process in which a program is validated. It means you can execute your program, there is no changing in the program, that is called the testing. Testing is complete when all the desired verification against specification have been performed. It means it is used by the 2-3 user. After testing, then it will testing as we are after 2 to 3 user, it can be used by the number of users. It means whatever we want to perform the task in our program, it works according to the user requirement. That is called the testing. Just removing the error, debugging, and it works according to the user. That process is called the testing. It performs the validate task which we want to perform in our program. That is called the testing. Now, next we are going to discuss types of error. When you run a program, you have to be very careful while giving inputs. It may happen that you may not get the desired result due to incorrect input. Sometimes it will happen when we run our program, we will not get the desired output because due to the incorrect input we have given in the program. Basically, errors are of 3 types: syntax error, logical error, and runtime error. Sometimes we are passing the incorrect input while executing the program. Just for example, I will tell you before the explanation of all 3 errors. We have taken the values in the integer format, and while executing the program, we are passing the value in the string format. That is basically the error, because we have declared or initialized the variable in the integer format, and the runtime we are passing the value in the string format. Because of the mismatch of data type, it will show the runtime error, because we have taken the input in the integer data type and passing the value in string format. That is called the runtime error actually. Syntax error, when we are not putting any comma, semicolon after the statement or sequence which we have or punctuation we are not applied in our program. That error is basically called the syntax error. And the logical error, when we are not applying the proper or logic in our program, that is called the logical error. Just for example, we have written a plus b divided by c, and we are passing all the values in integer, but we have not applied a proper brackets or sign there. Just we have written a, b plus c. That is not the logic, because that is a arithmetical statement. We have to write the statement in the program in Java expression, as we have learned earlier also. Now come back to the all 3 errors. First, syntax error. This error occur, as I said, when we are not applied any comma, semicolon or rules or the grammar of the programming language are not followed. Such programming error typically involve incorrect punctuation, incorrect word sequence, undefined terms. For that, it display the syntax error. Just for example, look at here. In this program, we have initialized 3 variables a, b, c, and we are returning the output on the p. That p variable is not declared. Then after executing the program, it will display cannot find a symbol variable p. Then it will display an error. That error is called the p is not defined in our program. This error is shown as syntax error. After defining the p, it shows a no syntax error. When we will declare the variable p in our program, then when we compile this program, then it will display no syntax error. It means if we are not declaring any variable in our program, if we are using that variable in our program, that is called the syntax error. If we are putting anywhere semicolon, comma, any punctuation or grammar of the programming language is not followed in our program, that is called the syntax error. Now next one is your logical error. Logical error basically concerned with the error of planning the program logic. Just for example, here you can see here we have written, I will show you. Here you can see here we have written two programs. Both the programs are the same, but the result of the output or result of the program is different. Why? We have applied logic in different form. Here we have written a plus b divided by c, but here first we are performing addition, then we are doing division from addition part. A bracket, in bracket we have written a plus b and divide that value by c. That's why it will show the different output of the program, because we have written different logic. But the computer actually does not know that error has been made. It simply follows the instruction and execute the result. Whatever we have written, it will show the result on the basis of our instruction. The problem is that logic given does not produce the desired result. If we written like this, it will not give the desired result which we want. Then always writing a program, you have to pass the instruction properly, then it will show the desired result of your program. Now last error, before that we are going to discuss difference between syntax and the logical error. If there is any grammatical error in the statement, that is called the syntax error. If error in the program logic, that error is called the programming logic, that's called the logical error. The program is unable to give the output, that is called the syntax error. If program will not give the output, unable to give the output because of if we are not putting any semicolon, comma, any punctuation error, any grammatical grammatical error in our program, that is called syntax error. If the program does not give the desired output because we have not applied the proper logic in our program, then it will not give the desired output, that is called the logical error. Now last error, runtime error. Runtime error are those errors which are not producing the desired result even after error are removed from the program is compiled. When you compile your program, then it will show the no syntax error. It means at the time of compilation it will show no error in your program, still it will not give the desired result of your program. That error is called the runtime error. That error may occur due to the incorrect or mathematical task or by being entering incorrect data values at the time of input. What does mean? It means when we are, as I earlier said, we are taking the variable in integer and we are at the runtime we are passing the value of that variable in string, then it will show the error. That error is called the runtime error, that is the format exception. Runtime format exception, it will display that time. If we divide any number by 0 in the computer, then it will show the arithmetical exception or divide by 0 exception. You can see here when we divide any number, here we have taken the value of a, b and c is 0. When we divide the number by 0, that result will come to an infinite value. It means it will waste the memory of the computer, it will run it, which is a runtime error, or that error is known as divide by 0 error. At the runtime it will displayed on the screen. In the same way, one more example I have given, when we are taking the variable, all the variable in the integer, at the runtime if we are passing the value in the string, that show again error. That error is called the format exception, number format exception, which will displayed at the runtime. Now we have discussed three types of error: syntax error, logical error and runtime error. Rest of the topic we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.